Without saying that this particular image was a haunting image following the sad demise of our wonderful monarch, Queen Elizabeth II. It was the sort of thing, wasn't it, that really shocked everybody. In fact, I was there literally at that moment at Windsor, and nobody really knew, before this happened. It was literally a few minutes before, because we'd heard this sort of rumour that certain senior members of the British monarchy were going to come out and meet the crowds, as they do. I don't know about you, I felt sorry for all of them at that particular point, because they're going through a very personal loss, and yet, as the phrase goes, the show must go on. They've got to go out and meet the public, because their loss is greater than theirs, as it were, and it's just very sad, isn't it? But I thought they did incredibly well. Lots of gasps, as you can imagine, when the car doors opened. But as ever, there's a bigger story behind this particular event, one that was shaped by none other than His Royal Highness, the Prince of Wales, Prince William. Let me explain. Hi, good morning. How are you? Nice to see you today. Yes, we'll have a wave. You're all right. Yes, thank you so much for joining me. This story, is up there, isn't it, with the recollections may vary phrase, because a lot of people at the time were kind of stunned as to what happened and what was the scene behind the scenes. And, let's not forget that Meghan Markle is an actress of sorts. She played the demure role very well, didn't she? Clutching Harry's hand, pretending to be, oh, protect me, All the while, of course, we saw the snappier side with the flower situation. Remember that? Oh, yes. Nothing goes unnoticed because there's so many cameras. I think that's the problem with people like Meghan, dare I say. They don't realise that it's all on record and can be seen. But as ever, as things emerge and unfold, what I found out is simply this. As you saw, all four of them got out the car, but the background behind that story is literally amazing, because even though Meghan herself genuinely was delayed because she was doing her hair and makeup and apparently hadn't been given much warning, i.e. 6 hours, no doubt. The bottom line was that she thought it would be a good idea if Catherine and her got out the car first, walked to the front of the car, and then waited for the two princes. Now, when you think about it, you can understand this idea, can't you? All focus on the ladies, power, that sort of stuff. Now, as we now know, Catherine, the Princess of Wales, could barely stomach this whole situation and found it incredibly fraught. There was no way that she was going to climb out of the car ahead of the future King of England, Prince William, alongside his younger brother, and upstage them for some kind of pappy Hollywood opportunity. Absolutely not. And apparently when William was told about this particular idea, he once again drew a very stern line under it, as one can imagine. But the bottom line is, even in the hour of grief, and as ever we have to say, allegedly, Meghan Markle was literally looking for the opportunity. And when you think about it, it took someone of such power to say, don't be ridiculous, we're not going to be doing that. Clearly, Meghan had an agenda from the very off, and clearly, when you think about it, Catherine simply was not going to be part of it. Is it any wonder these two people, duchesses at the time of their first meeting, never truly hit it off? Poles apart, and you can see the reasons why. Neil Sean in the very heart of Yorkshire.